Today's episode really got me pumped for the new series. Alola everyone, Drayman1 here. We're back with another Pokémon Sun and Moon anime review. Only 2 more episodes left, and I gotta say, going into this episode was so weird because we just had this big arc of all these battles and hype and, Guzzlord and everything, and then here we're just back to regular old chill, good old Sun and Moon days. So it's like, it was very weird going into this episode, but it was a really enjoyable episode at the same time. So I'm gonna go ahead and get to the summary and my thoughts on this episode. The episode basically begins with a morning breakfast, and just the words Burnett says in this scene really breaks my heart. And that's, I love big families. And as we know, in the next episode though, Ash and all of his Pokemon are leaving. So it's gonna be from this big family to just Kukui and Burnett. And it's gonna be so heartbreaking. Like, Sun and Moon, why would you do this to us? Like, it's not just sad for Ash and Kukui's relationship, but Burnett too. It's gonna be so painful to see them all have to say goodbye. Which the first person to leave actually ends up leaving in this moment, and that is Magearna. Basically, this Ultra Wormhole opens back up, saying that it's time to go home, Magearna. But it's so sad to me because it's like, dang, man, one by one, everyone's leaving, starting with Magearna. And yeah, it was a sad farewell, but it wasn't as sad as when Poipo left. When Poipo left, I was devastated because, they played Future Connections and everything. This one was like, it was still a sad farewell, but compared to when it first left as a Poipo, that was traumatic. Like, my gosh. But I'm so glad Magearna came back to help Ash in the league and to help save the world from Guzzlord. It's also nice that we still get to see it has the same personality, with Pikachu using Thunderbolt as Magearna flies into the Ultra Wormhole, showing, how much it loves to move Thunderbolt. We get to the Pokemon school, and this is where everyone reveals what they're about to do, starting with Sophocles going to Moss Deep City space program, and I'm like, let's go. Like, everyone's doing big things right here. Kia's goal as of right now is to fight our boy Ash. That's all he wants to do. He's ready to go at it full power and, have that battle, because they did not have that full power battle in the league. Lana's goal, in my opinion, is very interesting. She's actually going out to sea with her father to go look for Manaphy, which I think this goal totally fits her, especially since she met Kyogre already. Like, Manaphy doesn't seem too out of the question because she's met freaking Kyogre, which is amazing in itself. So seeing that she's going for Manaphy now is quite amazing. And I hope that we get to see, more progress and more water-type Pokemon that she tries to discover. Mallow's goal was stated in the episode she got her Z-Ring, and she reinstates it here, and that's that she's going to make her restaurant into a place where Pokemon and people can come and eat. And she's set on that goal, which I'm like, yes, let's go, Mallow. Do what you got to do and be great. And as for Lily, Lily is still trying to finish her goal of bringing Magearna back to life. And yeah, it's a pretty nice goal, which actually gets solved later on in this episode. But here's the really interesting part. In this episode, Ash doesn't know what he wants to do. Like, he won the league. He became champion. He defended his title and everything. He doesn't know what he wants to do now. He says maybe catch some more Pokemon, He completed the Island Trial Challenge. He's been to 7 regions. He won the league. So it's like, what now? He even goes to Kukui for advice, but Kukui doesn't have an answer for him. Like, Ash's main goal, of course, is to become a Pokemon master. But what I think it is he's like, I won the league, so what's the next step in becoming a Pokemon master? That's what I believe is Ash is going through right now. He knows what his goal is, and that's to become a Pokemon master. Even he states it in the new preview for the new series. It's just that, what's next? What's the next step to reaching this goal? What I really like about this episode is the scenes following these moments, showing the characters actually going towards their goals. We see Sophocles viewing Moss Deep's, space research and just talking about, we're going to go here now. Lana and her father are preparing to go to sea, so it seems like they're going out pretty soon. Mallow finally opens up her restaurant to Pokemon of all kinds. So yes, we get to see she's reached her goal. Now let's just see how, things will go down. Will more Pokemon begin to come and things like that. Also, that was very thoughtful of Mallow to even think about Melmetal in this scene, giving Melmetal an entire bowl full of metal. Very nice, Mallow. And we get an update on Magearna. Seems like Lily's making little by little progress, but still hasn't fully figured out how to waken up Magearna. It's funny because it's like one scene, Lily tries to hotwire the soul heart, and I'm just like, my gosh, Lily. But it is interesting, and it shows just how dedicated Lily is to reaching this goal. Which, during her research, the book opens up to Zoroark, which I believed before watching this episode was going to be the key. Now, I believe Zoroark was going to show an illusion of, how Ma got Magearna to work once before. But that's not actually what happened. So we'll get to that moment later. We cut to Akala Island where we finally get the battle between Ash and Kiawe. And can I just say, I got so excited when it started because the Sun and Moon trainer battle theme played. And we haven't heard that theme in such a long time. I truly love this theme so much. But I am surprised that Ash didn't use Incineroar in this fight because I thought this was going to be their way of showing off Incineroar before the series ends. But due to how the next series is going to go down, I'm pretty sure we will see Incineroar battle in the next series. But the battle is a pretty nice one too. We get to see Ash and Kiawe going all out with Lycanroc and Charizard. Like, this is not too much of a big battle or the main focus of this episode because we just got finished with a league full of battles. So it's understandable why, this wasn't the main focus. Like, we kind of need a break from battles, but this was a still nice, quick moment that we got to see. And we actually finally get a conclusion to Ash versus Kiawe. The two use their Z moves. Ash goes for the Lycanrocians, and Kiawe goes in for Inferno Overdrive with Charizard. And the way that these Z moves clash was pretty cool. Lycanroc went head forward into the Fire MZ, but the stones afterwards kept going through the fire and basically went into Charizard. Now, the moment after this had me terrified because both Charizard and Lycanroc were down on the ground. And I'm just like, no, don't tell me they're going to tie. But Lycanroc stands back up right before Olivia calls it, leaving Ash the winner. Our boy Champion Ash still going in full power, and Charizard's unable to battle. Charizard finally loses, and Ash is the winner of Ash and Kiawe. Now, Olivia actually plays a very important role in this episode because she is actually the one who helps Ash decide his next goal. Olivia is the one who is the reason the next series is happening, which is so wild. Like, Olivia has helped out so much in this series. She helped Lily become better at battling, and now she helped Ash with his goal. Like, Olivia is really wise, even though she's goofy and, funny a lot of times. She's a really wise trainer, and I really do love that about her character in the series. Kiawe first announces his goal. He's going to go and complete the Island Trial Challenge and aim to become the Island Kahuna. And I'm like, yes, this is what I've been wanting for so long for Kiawe. Just like his grandfather, to take the role of Island Kahuna next. And I truly believe this goal fits Kiawe perfectly. Like, oh man, I can see so much potential in the future with Kiawe being an Island Kahuna. And as Ash tells Olivia he doesn't know what he wants to do, Olivia actually says, well, you traveled the world, Ash. There are many places to see. Like, don't just have your mindset set in Alola. Like, branch out. And this is actually a very important lesson, like, just for life in general. You don't want to stay in one spot. You want to branch out. You want to explore. You want to live life. And those words are really impactful. Like, it's so crazy. Even with, just Ash, he's always known what he wants to do, but here he's stuck. So it's really like, wow, this is a great way. Like, even at the end of X and Y, Ash just went home. He came to Alola on vacation, and he didn't know he was going to end up here. Like, you can really see, Ash is starting to not know what he wants to do, and he finally figured it out, which I really do. Lily is basically working on Magearna still, and Gladion comes in, bringing out Zoroark. Zoroark's finally seeing the room that his trainer used to work in for the first time in so many years. And after seeing Magearna, brings out this illusion of when Mom was working on Magearna, showing off that Magearna is actually the reason why Lily began to walk, which is so amazing. It's like, wow. It's such a beautiful family moment, which I just love about this series so much. It's been so emphasized on family, and it's just like, man, seeing Lucy and Gladion run down the stairs to see that Lily is finally walking, and Mon telling, Magearna, please take care of my princess throughout, her life and everything. Like, you help her so much just by helping her begin to walk. Please take good care of her. And it's just such a nice family moment. And Lily even starts to tear up because she really wants to see her dad. But I feel like what Sun and Moon is doing here is telling us not all stories have a happy ending, which is heartbreaking. But what I love about this moment is that Lily's tears actually bring out Magearna so hard. Basically, Magearna's whole thing is about true of heart thing and everything. And so it's like Lily is so pure and true of heart that she was the key all along to bringing Magearna's back to life. Also, I feel like Lily's tears was a call to Magearna, basically because Magearna's whole thing is about, cheering folks up. And since Lily, the princess, was crying, Magearna comes back and actually gives Lily flowers, basically here to cheer Lily up, completing the goal that Mon set out for Magearna all along, which is so amazing in my opinion. Like, it all comes together. And here's the biggest moment of this episode. Ash laying in bed thinking about, what is my next adventure? What is my next journey? And then he thinks about what Olivia says one more time. And to the top of his lungs screams, he is going to travel the world. So that explains so much. I was so scared for so long thinking that the new series is going to be in the alternate universe with movie Ash, you know, traveling the world, doing his thing like always. And I'm just like, no, please don't do this, because I really... Like, I love movie Ash, but just for movie Ash. Like, I think he should stick to the movies. I don't think movie Ash should replace main series Ash, especially after he just became champion. Like, I wouldn't want Alola to be the end of main series Ash. Like, I love that he's became the champion and all, but I want to see him, you know, make a Pokemon master. Like, if they were to end Ash, I feel like the series should use all his old Pokemon, show off all his old companions and everything. And that's truly what this new series seems like it's going to be about. In the posters, like, we get to see Greninja, Talonflame, you know, Charizard, Snorlax, all of his old Pokemon in this poster. Along with, in the calendar, we're seeing Pokemon like Lycanroc Dustform and stuff. And, not to mention, in the poster, we see Vulpix, Shaman, and Sylveon. So, I really do believe next series will be the series. We get to see all the old companions, all Ash's old Pokemon again. And it's also interesting because, like, how is this series going to fully go down? Is Ash going to catch any new Pokemon, or is he just going to use all his old ones? I really don't know for sure. I really feel like this may be a transition from Ash's character ending to Go being the main character. But at the same time, I'm not too sure about that because Ash is so iconic. I can't see them ending Ash off. But with that said, everyone, there's only one more episode of the Sun and Moon anime left. And I gotta say, the preview for next episode breaks my heart because it's like, man, Team Rocket saying goodbye to Beware. Like, Beware actually hugging them. Looks like it's gonna let them go. And Ash, Kukui, and Burnett's hug. Like, with Ash just sitting there still. Burnett sitting there crying, holding on to Ash, and Kukui puts his hand around both of them. It's just so heartbreaking because they're losing their family, and it's like, this is the first time Ash really had a true, like, family like this. Like, yeah, he is Delia, his mom, but he's always traveling. Like, we never really get to see their bond as much as we got to see Ash, Kukui, and Burnett. And it's gonna break my heart to see them say farewell. Sun and Moon really, truly has been an amazing series, and I've enjoyed the ride from the beginning to now. And I'm not ready for the next episode. I'm not ready to say goodbye to this series. I've loved this series so much. And it's just like, wow, I can't believe it's ending. Like, oh, man, I'm not ready, everyone. Like, I'm gonna miss saying, you know, Sun and Moon anime reviews and stuff like that in my video titles. But we do have to move on. Like Olivia said, you know, don't stick to one thing. You know, explore the world. I mean, I want to explore more on my channel. So I feel like that's a sign, you know, to keep going on the next series. Yes, Sun and Moon was amazing, and we'll always have the memories for it, but we got to keep moving. So thank you all for watching, and I hope y'all enjoyed. Take the words that Olivia said in this episode as like some true advice if you all need something like that. And just don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. I hope you all really enjoyed this video. TreyMan1, peace out.